I was like, ooh, you know what would be a cool idea? Wear your new Gucci glasses in a video. No, don't do that. There's lights and reflections, and it's not a good idea. But here we are. Hi guys, my name is Andrea, and welcome to Barbie Punk. I'm wearing gigantic new glasses today. They are prescription, which is why they distort my face. But they're Gucci and I like them. So I'm officially in the Gucci gang, as the kids might say. So before we get this video started, and if you're new here, I am a sarcastic, self-deprecating son of a bitch. If you are dead inside like me, welcome home. If you're not, I'm sorry for my resting bitch face. Deal with it. So today's video is going to be about tattoos. I have 2, but I've been tattooed 3 times. I filmed this video before, but I didn't end up liking what I had to say in it, and it was months ago, and I wanted to do a better job. So I got tattooed in like January or February of this year, and it's beautiful and marvelous. And then I have another tattoo, which is just a quick little like friendship tattoo on my thigh. It's like really small, just black lines. So I wanted to talk to you real quick about tattoos and such. There's needles if you're squeamish, but here's a quick clip of me getting that done.
Do you have any thoughts?
No. I
Okay.
actually don't think.
You've never thought before in your life?
No, yeah.
Oh wow. So the things I have to say are goodbye butterfly.
Oh, bye butterfly.
Gone. And hello new butterfly.
So you may or may not have noticed in that clip and from previous videos that this tattoo here is a cover-up. I filmed a story time about this, but I don't want to post it because it seemed like I was complaining about it, which I was not. Long story short, I flew overseas to get a tattoo from a tattoo artist that I really liked. I think there was some sort of cultural and possibly language barrier because this person wanted to tattoo by kind of getting to know me and understanding my personality and creating something special for me, which is lovely and beautiful. But I'm not that type of person. I'm the type of person that's like, this is what I want. Please give it to me or else I'm gonna freak out. So I had it done. I almost had like a giant piece all over my back, but I freaked out and I hopped out of the chair and I was like, oh my god, help. So ended up getting just one small butterfly. And it was still beautiful. It was still beautiful, but something inside of me was just like, this is not what I wanted. So I went ahead and found a different tattoo artist. And what I want to stress to you guys is that when you find a tattoo artist, you need to find someone that not only fits your artistic style, like whose art you love, but also fits your personality, someone that you feel like you have good communication with, someone that you get along with and can spend hours on end in it, you know, getting stabbed in the back with. So first, let's talk about this tattoo that you saw a clip of. Basically, my idea behind this tattoo was that I wanted to get something that symbolized me in a way. I wanted it to be creative. I wanted it to be flowing and changing and unique. And so I thought butterflies in space. You know, butterflies in space, don't worry about it. And I thought that it would look pretty. So that's the idea that I had years and years ago, and it's finally on my body, and I am so excited. So as I mentioned, when you find a tattoo artist, try to make sure that they fit your personality and your art style, or your art sensibility, or, you know, you like their work. The one that did the first piece on my back, we didn't have the best communication skills. My next tattoo artist, the one that did the cover-up, who I will link down below, his name is Tattoo Coverup. He owns Versus Tattoo in England, I believe. It turns out that instead of being in the UK like he usually is, he was going to have a short stint in California, which is where I live. So I was like, shit, it's perfect. So I snatched an appointment right up. Some tattoo artists will be able to, you know, draw up an image for you that you can have and you can look at before your appointment. And sometimes that's like the way that I would feel better, I think, like if I were to have an image and be able to get used to it. Cause I'm the type of person that, like, I change my hair and I hate the way it looks until like 3 days later, where I'm like, oh yeah, this is how I look now. Sometimes it takes me a while to get used to things. However, the way that he works is that he will draw an image up for you day of. But the way that he differed from my previous tattoo artist was that he gave me exactly what I wanted. So he just freehanded it right on top of my back, asked me if I approved of what he was doing, and then he got right to it. He was great. We were having fun, I thought. It was during the time where that Google Arts, the Google Arts and Culture app was big, and everyone was like matching their faces to different like art pieces. It was back when that was happening, and he was full on like taking pictures with me and my two obnoxious friends. I think that if I ever get another piece done, it would be with him as well. I got to pick the colors, which is also something that I did not get to do with my previous tattoo artist. The thing about my previous tattoo, it was beautiful, but it was not what I wanted. And it also wasn't what he wanted to do, because it was a compromise because I freaked out. And it also was not the color scheme that I wanted. I am not a big fan of the color orange, and that was a big part of my previous tattoo. I did not want big, giant black splatters coming off of it. I wanted it to look more flowing. Some questions that you might have. How long did it take? I think that this one took like 4 hours, I want to say, from start to finish. The one previously to that maybe took an hour or 2 hours. And then the one on my thigh, that's a friendship tattoo that I got years and years ago, took maybe like 15 to 30 minutes tops. Another question that you might have is about pain. How much did it hurt? The one on my thigh, I think, was more painful Then the one on my back, I felt like I could like just be laying down and have a tattoo being done on my back forever and ever, which I ended up being wrong about. But the one on my thigh, it might have been because it was my first tattoo, but it was just like dragging a knife through my skin, and it was very, very thin. She was like, do you want me to add anything more after this? And I was like, no! That one was more painful for me. And then the first one that I had done on my back was quick and painless. And the cover-up that I had done on my back started out painless, but as you kind of reach like towards the armpit and then towards the bone, that was a little painful. And then you're sitting there for 4 hours and he starts going over the same spots that he went over before, and that starts getting painful. And then the most painful thing about this tattoo was when he started dotting in the stars with white, because it was just like he was just stabbing into my already raw skin with like a pen or something, or like a needle, which it was. So another question you might have is aftercare. How do you take care of a tattoo once it is on your back and throbbing in pain and dripping plasma? So your tattoo artist is most likely going to either put gauze on your tattoo or some sort of cling film plastic wrap. Go by your tattoo artist's instructions. Some will tell you that you only need it on for an hour. Some will tell you that you should keep it on for most of the day. So do whatever that person says. When the time comes, you're supposed to take that off, and you're supposed to gently wash off all of the plasma. In the weeks following, you're supposed to stay out of the sun, stay out of pools, baths. You can take showers, but try not to get your tattoo directly in the line of the water. And your tattoo artist will also likely put you on some sort of moisturizing regimen. For the first week, it might be some sort of unscented ointment, very, very thinly applied to your tattoo so it can breathe a little bit. And then you usually have to wash it 2 to 3 times a day with unscented, sensitive skin sorts of soap. And then the weeks after that, you should be applying a moisturizer to it. The first couple days should feel like a sunburn. Maybe 4 or 5 days in, it might start peeling. And then the last week of it healing, it will probably get really, really itchy and start peeling like crazy. With this last tattoo that I got, I ended up using tattoo goo, and I really liked it. It smelled like eucalyptus-y and super nice, and it seemed to make the healing process better. Hashtag not sponsored. I didn't feel like I had a lot of peeling or issues when I used it. Some people ask me about meanings of my tattoos. I kind of a little bit went into the meaning of this one. I just liked the aesthetics of it. I thought it represented beauty and creativity and change. I mentioned that my other tattoo is a friendship tattoo from when we were wee little babies, me and my best friend Monica. We used to play an imaginary game where we would pretend that we were a company called Heart Star Moon Sun, which is the name of my other channel as well as the tattoo that I got. I think that's probably all I have to say about tattoos. If you have any other questions, ask me down in the comments, and hopefully either I or someone great in the comment section will get back to you. Other than that, I guess like it, subscribe it, bop it, twist it, pass it, bum 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 bum, and also don't ask questions, just go with it.